Okay, sorry about that. Once we're at the RivCo tour, and this is the Hook Nebula Ion Storms. So for those of you who are watching today, the Hook Nebula Ions are really cool. They're the same ion clouds that are from the Heroes of the Aturi cluster, with one similarity as far as rules goes, and that rule is that you cannot shoot objects beyond range 2 through the cloud. So if you guys played Heroes of the Aturi cluster, you'll find that to be familiar. However, if here are the changes now. If you overlap or fly through a ion cloud, that you must roll 2 attack dice, and for every hit result, suffer an ion token. And so now, if you become ionized or ionized when entering an ion cloud, and once you perform your one straight blue ionized maneuver, if that maneuver hit the ion cloud again, you would then roll for more ions after clearing your previous tokens. So you don't gain your new ones and then clear everything. You would clear your old ones and then check to see if you gain any new ones. So it can be extra punishing on there like that. So let's go over the 2 pilots that are flying today. We have Roland on the right. Roland's flying 5 Techno Union bombers. And each one has proton torpedoes, except for one of them, running the Dark 1 probe droids. Then we have Jerry Ellis, who is running Resistance.
Gentlemen, time starts now.
Time starts now. Although my stream app's not letting me do this, so I will do it on my phone real quick and then correct the time in a bit. Alright, Jerry Ellis is running the Resistance. He's running 2 T-70s and the Resistance Transport. He's got Poe Dameron with Heroic, Integrated S-Foils, Pattern Analyzer, and Black 1 title. Elo Asty running Heroic and Integrated S-Foils. Ooh. And my co-star just came back with me, but we're running Elo Asty with Heroic and Integrated S-Foils. Then we have Kova Nell with the Resistance Transport, Elusive, Pattern Analyzer, Corsella, and Aimlin Holdo. Welcome back, Mr. Trevor Bombay.
Hey, how's it going?
I posted, for some reason, my stream app isn't loading anything, so if you could take a look at that, we get these players' names on the screen. I did send you the XWS, so you can copy-paste that for Jerry.
How'd you send it?
Via the Skype messenger.
Skype message, okay.
And I'll go ahead and build Roland's. I can just copy-paste that as well for you.
Okay.
So we just covered rules, and we covered what both players are flying. We have the new hotness versus the old beat-up badness with CIS versus Resistance.
Let's see here. Can you send to me as a Facebook message?
Yes. Maybe.
Oh, never mind. I got it now.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, all 5 of his Techno bombers are running proton torpedoes. There we go. And one of them has the Dark 1 probe droids. That's fun.
I really like those probe droids.
And the cool thing about these probe droids is they actually ignore the ion clouds.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Because the rule for the probe droids ignores obstacles. And there's your XWS for the probe droids. Same spot.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yep, I can see your screen now.
Cool. All right, so he's already launched that probe drone, flying through the ion cloud. Looks like Roland's going to stick to the side there.
Jerry is on the right.
Jerry's on the left. It's like Roland's standing to the top of the board, waiting for the probe droid to pick up a lock, and then probably dive in with all his torpedoes modified. Oof, brutal, 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 brutal. Good strategy though, I like it. Okay. I wonder what Jerry's strategy is going to be against these bombers. The bomber strategy is very straightforward. Send the probe in, acquire a lock, then turn, dive in, fire everything you got, and blow up as much as you can. And then rinse and repeat, right? But Jerry here has to figure out a way to avoid that as best he can. It looks like Roland has initiative. Looks like Roland's player 1.
Okay.
You can see the little TMK token down there by his cards, designating that.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Almost got it. Okay, so now both lists are up.
All right, if you could put 1 hour and 9 minutes on the clock, and I can tell you when to start.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready. Let's do an hour and 8 minutes.
All right,
Extra
I'm ready.
minute. Are you ready? Okay, so hour and 9.
Yep.
We're gonna start in 20 seconds here.
Okay.
We'll have the clocks all synced up.
Mm-hmm.
Ready, and go. Perfect.
Gotta shrink this a little bit.
Yeah, I tried updating it while you're away, but it kept like resetting back. So I guess maybe you have control of it on your computer.
Huh.
Yeah. It didn't like sharing control. So it's too bad you're not here with us, Trevor, because today we're getting served pizza.
All good, I just picked up Taco Bell.
Oh.
Too small, too small.
And the hosts were very smart. They put it by the streamer. I'll have to get up.
You may have to shrink the overlay on your side.
That looks good.
Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be 6 ships, shouldn't there?
No, only 5 bombers.
Oh, okay.
Looks good.
That's fine. Okay. I'm just used to them having 6 ships at least.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think Roland came prepared for the ion clouds today with that Dark One droid, because he gets to pretty much avoid it and come in when he wants to use it. Jairus, on the other hand, I'm not sure. He's got a stress mechanic, which is good in general, but it's not what we're looking at a lot of today. And if the last game we had on here, there was a ton of ships being ionized, left and right.
Yeah, I'm curious how these guys will do. They're all small base ships too.
Mm-hmm.
So any hit, they're ionized. There's those probe droids.
Just getting them out there early. So I think that's Elo Assi that's peeled off on solo there on his own. We'll have to see when they move here.
It would make sense because Poe would be the black and orange.
Yeah.
Unless he really wants to confuse someone.
And is there any reason? Because Black One, you have to be close to your allies as well, right? Black One title?
No. Black One title just lets you get the free slam.
Oh.
So if you really want to confuse someone, you would switch the paint jobs.
Yes. I guess this slam actually could be really handy in this format. Because if you go through an ion cloud become ionized, you can use slam. But because when you perform your ionized maneuver, that has to be in the activation phase, right? Or no, you're in the activation phase still. If you So how does that work? Is that at the start of the round you don't assign a dial? Or is it before you do your next maneuver?
During the system phase, you're not assigned a dial at all. You just, when you activate, you do a 1 straight. So you don't get assigned a dial.
He can still do his slam in the same round. He gets ionized, right?
The round he got ionized, but not the following round, because all he can do is focus. Yeah.
So you can get ionized and slam to another cloud and get ionized again, but then clear it all at once.
And then you could still fire and just take an ion token, because at that point it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of taking the weapons disable.
Yep. Here come those droids looking for locks. So did you get Uber Eats today?
No, I drove out.
Uh-huh.
My wife was feeling Taco Bell. So.
Get her done.
Yep.
So, okay. Roland, started in that corner. He must have, opened up with the K-turn maneuver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or the Talon roll.
Mm-hmm.
People are very worried about the Nantex coming out. I think it's really going to have an effect on the meta, but
I hope
there's
it does.
not really that many. Yeah, it could, but there's not really that many CIS players to begin with.
Right.
There's 7
this
factions.
This could draw more of them, though.
Yeah, it will draw more of them, which is good for the faction, but I don't think it's the end of the world type of.
Well, just because the meta changes doesn't mean they're broken. It just means you fly different things, right?
Yeah.
I want the meta to change so that we change our style and play and list that we fly, but I don't want it to change so much that it's like that's all you fly is Nantic or you lose.
The Nantex is definitely a scary ship because, like, being tractored and not having anything to say about it,
Yeah.
kind of feels bad.
Oh, reverse one.
I like that move.
It's like the Jakku gunrunners, though. You don't have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
Just stay out of range one. It changes your tactics. Instead of close-in dogfighting, you want to be shooting from range a lot, which I think turret ships are going to benefit from this. Because they don't have to fight at the target, and then what happens is the person flying the Nantek ship is more pressed to move fast and engage, or the turret ships can play more conservatively and stay away.
Well, the turret ships are typically large base ships, and Sunfac gets like an extra die essentially because he gets an extra die out at
The
bullseye or tractored. Yeah, so like he's gonna get bullseye on those large base ships pretty easily.
But you can fly like Y-wings and stay at range 2 pretty easily, right? Or like
They'll
the Hawk
definitely
290s.
There'll definitely be list building ways around it, but like I don't think you have to worry about it too much because odds of you actually seeing them.
And the seeing the build that can do that is it's such an expensive ship to build it that way. And it's a high risk, high reward because that ship pops right away. Well, whatever, right? That could be another way to handle it. If you bring in a list that likes to joust, just pick him out first. Get him out of the way. Okay, you may get, tractor beam one round. He may roll extra dice to that one round, but after that, he's dead.
We do got to remember it's in the same faction as 19-point ships, so you can bring like Sunfac with ensnare and six droids. So you just can't just
it's going to
ignore
hurt that
the
round.
rest.
It's going to hurt that round.
Yeah.
So the next stop of the tour is really cool. They're called Outer Rim Ambushes. Now, have you ever played X-Wing Battleship before?
I have not.
So there's a 3-foot divider right in the middle of the board, dividing the board in half. Each player will set up all their obstacles and their ships on that side of the board. Right? But they still have to do ships within range 1 of their starting area, but they can set up obstacles anywhere they want. And then after that's done, you reveal. So you can literally have obstacles almost butted up against each other because they put them up against the divider, right?
Yeah.
And so it's to simulate like you're just hyperspacing out of you're coming out of hyperspace. You don't know what's going on. You just boom, you're there, and then you have to go.
Yeah, I think squads, kind of like Mitch's 4-star Vipers, would really have a good strategy with that, just like cornering themselves.
Well, he wouldn't change his strategy.
Yeah, he wouldn't change his strategy. But like ships or lists that like to flank,
Yep.
like 2-ship lists, they would really have a hard time.
You got to put like one in each corner essentially. If you're flying 2-ship, because you don't know which side you're gonna flank on, and then try to regroup.
Yeah, so if you have like one flanker and end up being put on the wrong side, it's kind of a bad day.
For some reason, you got really quiet just a little bit ago.
Am I better now though?
A little bit.
I was turning my audio off and on. If I was eating.
Sorry, you gotta hear me crunch. Alright, here goes that Dark One droid right in the middle of the formation of the Resistance. So it looks like they're gonna be able to pick that droid off, but they're all gonna get their locks first. And I think he should probably hide away that second droid for later, but it's coming in too.
I'm surprised he's going so slow.
Yeah, he needs to go faster in order to take advantage of having these multiple droids out at the same time.
Lock.
Oh yeah, they're all gonna get locks.
Pretty good upgrade.
I think he's really playing the faction to its identity right now, which is swarming those droids.
Proton torpedoes are pretty good when you got double mods.
Yeah.
You're at I-1, but you got 5 health. You probably survive to shoot.
Those bombers are pretty healthy, so yeah. Well, they got 2 defense dice in those suckers?
Yeah, 2 defense dice.
Oops, sorry, excuse me. So, I like that FFG finally came out with environment rules, but we've been running an environment for this is the 4th year in a row now. Right?
Sorry, what was that?
So I like that FFG finally came out with environment rules, but RivCo's been running environment rules for this is the 4th year in a row.
Yep.
They're finally catching
I
on.
like those. I like how we could run RivCos with where you
Yeah, we could.
randomly pick an environment card.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a lot of fun to see in the future. So that'd be really cool. It's like every table has like cards, and the pilots have to pick one out of the group of cards on the table, and that's what you're flying that round.
Yeah. I'm excited for those. I want to try a couple out.
Oh,
since
for
they
sure.
Released a few of them.
Team Clubhouse is going to have a demo before they come out. Maybe we'll live stream that demo.
That'd be cool. I want to put the voting back up again.
Hey, Vepvi, thanks for the follow.
So any new viewers, if you're watching, take a look at the chat, and you can vote for Jerry or Roland, who you want to win.
The new hotness with Jerry, or the old bustedness with Roland. That's a Men in Black reference. Alright, so it looks like Jerry decided not to engage that probe droid and just let it hang out, get target locks for his buddies. Or against his buddies. So it's almost as if Jerry did like a feign one direction and then went the other. Because I thought like he was going to send the Poe and the transport up the middle there, but he's really swinging them back with them back around on the outside, which could give Roland some trouble coming through those ion clouds to get those shots off.
Yeah, Jerry's done a good job of kind of faking one direction and then going the other.
I think what Jerry really wants to do is he wants to dive past, because he can hide in those ion clouds at range 3 and not get torpedoed, and then dive through the range 2 zone right into range 1. Think that'll help him out?
That would help a ton. Ideally dodging an arc or two.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to put my vote in here. I'm going to vote for Roland. Who are you voting for, Mr. Bombay?
I'm going to vote for Jerry.
You always got to be opposite of me.
I vote for the good guys.
Well, technically the CIS, or the, yeah, CS were the good guys.
No, they weren't.
They weren't the
They were
bad guys.
Colts.
I mean, think who who just raised up 9-year-olds and sent them to war, and versus the other guys who made droids and didn't have to sacrifice as many human lives.
True.
Who's the more compassionate here? You remember those clones were only 9 years old when they went into battle. They had the body of an adult, but they had the mentality of a 9-year-old.
Yeah, the Republic put children in danger.
Yeah.
All those clones.
No regard for life. That's what I'm saying. You know, the CS maybe actually were the good guys in that one. Because even was it episode 2? You have Count Dooku saying, "Hey, look, the Sith Lord is the Chancellor," you know, and in control. He was actually he was plotting to take over Palpatine.
Yeah, he told them the whole plan.
Yeah. Right then and there, and then Jesh just flip-flopped sides and handled with Dooku later, right?
You can say that Dooku was an honest man.
Totally. Darth Tyrannus. See, I may have just changed your opinion on the CIS, huh?
I still voted Resistance.
Okay. Besides, I mean, how can you really vote for, you know, a faction that has Jar Jar as a Sith Lord? So,
True, very true.
all right, Mr. Transport, what are you doing? Let's lay that dial down. Clock's ticking away. Is this considered slow play?
No, I wouldn't say slow play.
Now you're getting really quiet again.
Oh, dear.
Crank that on full, man. More. Max it out. Let me hear you max it out.
You can hear me fine now?
It's still kind of quiet. I'm not sure what's going on. You were louder last round.
How about now?
That's better.
That's better.
Yeah, much better. Much better. Our viewers will appreciate that. Because they won't have me blasting their ears out, they turn the volume down, and then if you come on, they can't hear you turn the volume back up. Just to get their ears blasted again.
So Koba doesn't have Leia on board, but he spent a bunch of points on like pattern analyzer and bringing Elo Asti.
Right. So he doesn't need Leia, because everybody has pattern analyzer. Right?
Yeah.
Now, Aelin Holdo, he didn't target lock Aelin, because if he did, Aelin would just transfer the target locks over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Aelin is going to be the hard one for him to kill this round, or yeah, this match. He has to go after Poe and Elo first.
Yeah. Now, Roland isn't engaging, and neither is Jerry. So this is like the same situation as like Mitch's regionals games with the 4-star Vipers.
Oh, so you're saying
lists.
these guys are doing it too, but different lists. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Doing the
not
same
really.
exact thing, just with different lists.
Yeah, and a lot of the angst was brought against the butterflies because I think they won. But when you actually see this plays uh, quite frequent play. This happens in a lot of games where opponents won't engage for a while until they feel they have a setup that they like. So the fact
Yeah.
people are angry about it, it just kind of baffles me a little bit because it's not uncommon that this happens. So
Yeah, they're trying to feel each other out to figure out when to engage.
it's just smart
But
play. That's all that is.
but definitely one player has more advantage. Let's see, Roland has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 dice versus 3,
9.
6, 8. Because Kova only has 2 dice.
Okay. So Roland has it. He can just sit back and wait for him to come punt. Because if he goes to final salvo, he's like, I got the more dice by one,
Yeah.
or no, by 4, right?
Hmm. Here comes Elo.
Or by 2. Yeah. All right. So hopefully, oh no, he didn't turn in. He'll have to turn in next round. I think this is where Elo can actually get some speed here and bust through that range 2 barrier into range 1.
Yeah,
So
I
he never
definitely
has
think
to
so.
actually, huh?
I definitely think that's
Yeah.
true.
He won't have to fight him at the range 2 range, which is exactly what Jerry needs. In this round, Roland needed to change his lock, but I think Poe's just going to stay on the outside, and I think that's a good call. If Poe just kind of stays away, and he doesn't have to worry about those torpedo attacks, and just takes the 2 dice attacks that have less modification on them.
Did he split the locks up? Like, are some on Elo?
Oh, you know what? Some are. Yeah, looks like it is.
So kind of giving them both some threats.
Yep. Looks like 3 are on Poe and 2 on Elo.
Hmm.
As foils are in attack position.
Yeah, I always have my S-foils open unless I think I'm really going to need a barrel roll.
Yeah, it's the S foils. The way they've done on the T70 versus T65, the T70 definitely has the better variation of being able to boost with them with open or closed.
Yeah.
Because I think boost is a better option than barrel roll in most cases.
Hmm. Because like the T65, you close them as you're running away, whereas the T70, you don't necessarily close them when you're running away.
Yeah. And then you can actually have that boost to get in close.
Hmm.
Oh, here's the first time we're throwing dice. Maybe. What's he doing?
It's gonna try to shoot the probe.
Oh, there he is. Range 1. All right. Probe is offending. I mean, if you're there, you might as well, right? Ooh, hot dice.
So since he's stressed, so then range 1.
Hey, thanks for the Siband 182 for the follow. Appreciate that. All right, back to dials. That probe has been taken care of. Well, at least, fortunately for Droland here, Jerry has positioned himself so he can't re-engage that second droid. So now that droid probe can linger around for locks later if he chooses to disengage again.
Hmm.
All right, this is where we're gonna see hard ones from the Techno Union droid bombers.
Yeah, I definitely think there's hard ones. Easy call.
Yeah.
Poe's probably gonna do like a 4 straight, try to come around the long way.
You would think so. But I see a 3-bank slam 3-bank.
Over the gas cloud.
Yep, coming in right behind him just to blast him. Right?
True.
Because then you can just take the ion token. Like I said, likelihood of getting ionized is almost guaranteed anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I would do.
Gotta be careful of the following turn, though.
Well, he's behind him. They're doing the hard ones. They're not gonna have arc. They have to like K-turn or something to get around.
Well, yeah,
will
if they
be
can't turn,
ionized,
they already
but
got locks on you, though.
hopefully you can
So
get.
Poe would be
But-
taking some proton torpedo shots the following turn.
No, but the K-turns are so tight. If he's at range 1 behind them, they'll be at range 1 again. No proton torpedoes. Their K-turns are like 1 and K-turns and 1 talons, aren't they? They can't disengage with a K-turn. So no torps, just regular attacks.
They have 2 Ks
No, okay.
and talons.
But still, that's pretty close. That could still be range 1 after he moves. And if you target prioritize ones that are the biggest threat to Poe, then you may be able to just erase them.
Yeah.
So not only have they not engaged each other for like the longest amount of time, but I think the dials here have been taking a little bit long too.
Definitely.
Okay, it's not just me.
I don't think they're doing it on purpose.
No, I think they're just playing their game. And Jerry's always been I played with him before. He's always been like a deep thinker, so he does take a little bit of time. It's definitely not intentional. All right, here we go. I think we're gonna have some movement aboard. What's gonna happen? No, they're still thinking. They're still thinking. Oh, here we go. All right, first droid's moving. It is a tight one, like we predicted, which is nice and white for those droids.
Is he going to switch the target lock?
Oh, looks like he is. Hello, hello. That's a good call because these droids can share focus tokens, can't they? Or calculates.
Yeah, it calculates.
So he's going to have like 2 of them calculate and hope we don't need a lot of focus tokens. Alright, so he's out of lock range. We know that for sure because I was barely in it. So he should calculate, I would imagine. I mean, that was barely in range with the other droid bomber. Okay, there you go. Yep, that's the call. One tight. Now, if this guy has lock on the wrong guy, he may be able to pick it up. Looks like he should be in range for it too. If he has to switch lock. He can also measure from the probe droid too. I don't know if that makes a difference. Yep, we know he's in range. This is the problem, though. You're switching 3 of your locks, which I would rather have switched 2 and then gave 3 calculates on the board. In the event that you need it, you know? You're muted. Nope, still can't hear you. You know, is that a Skype setting or something to fix? I'll just let you know when I can hear you again. So you go ahead and keep working on that. And as soon as I hear you, I'll let you know. Alright, so he's going to one straight with the resistance transport. Right into the ion clouds. Oh, there, you're back. Hello.
For some reason, Skype muted me.
Huh.
Weird.
All right, he's rolling for the Ion Clouds. Takes one. He is definitely going to be ionized. Or was that? It must have been a focus. Okay. Never mind. It was a focus. He's not going to use Kovanel's guns at all, looks like. When you're fighting 5 ships, you want to have all your guns on target as possible. So I'm not sure what that term was for. Especially when he has no locks on it. He's not the target of attack. Right?
He was stressed, so not a lot of options.
He has a blue 1
But I
big.
would have banked at least.
Yeah. That 45-degree turn really helps in the arc in there. Okay, so he did not go fast as I thought he should have. He's going to be at range 3 of a couple of guys for the torpedo attack.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, what just happened?
What did Kova do for his action?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Or I think there's actually a lime green. Oh, there it is. It's lime green focus token.
Oh, it's blended right there. I see. Okay. I'm surprised. Can they coordinate? I think they can.
I think so.
Surprised they didn't coordinate.
And so neither of our predictions were correct on any of the ships.
I
But
guess the hard turns.
yeah, but looks like Elo is going to have an obstructed shot from 2 of the 5 droids. So he's only going to be able to get hit from 2 of the 5 because the other ones are beyond range 2 for sure. So he picked up lock through the cloud. So that target he most likely won't be able to shoot yet when he picked up those locks. That's an interesting choice.
I don't think Poe will even have a shot this turn.
I think he just realized that. He's tapping that ruler against his head, like thinking here, like, Yep, there's the range 2 ruler, and it's out. Oh, he just said, oh, right. Oh, right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a rule. They're all obstructed. Okay. That happens. Range 3 obstructed. Closest to closest, guys.
Yep, that's what Roland's pointing out. Can't shoot that guy either.
I don't think his arc's even that wide to go to that opposite corner anyways. Yeah, he just said he forgot about it. He's a little flustered now, shaking his head. Let's see if they need a judge call or not.
I think that's obstructed. So for the viewers, if you just joined us, these ion clouds, you can't shoot range 3 through them. Unless you have something like Kira that allows you to ignore the obstacle. So that's why it's very important if it's obstructed or not, because if it's obstructed, Poe will have no shots. So I think they ruled it as obstructed. Oh, they're having now LO shot. LO's going to shoot 3 dice. Into, I would assume the guy has target lock if he had a chance to shoot at it. Looks like it'd be range 2 though. Still thinking. Middle guy, no target lock. Looks like 3 hits. Maybe a crit in there.
All right, he was looking at that long ship. Oh, sorry, go ahead. He was looking at that long ship. It was actually, from our angle, it didn't do it enough justice, but it was like a hair over the obstacle and you couldn't shoot.
Oh, man.
Yep.
So it looks like one of the bombers took 2.
Now, don't bother doing half points on the bombers. Just remove them when they get removed. As the Techno Union bomber has launched all of its probe droids, it can't launch anymore, right? So, unless, can you reload probe droids?
I do not believe so.
Okay. It probably says in the car these charges cannot be recovered.
Yeah. Man, we are more than halfway through the game, and we're not even done with the first round of combat.
Oh my gosh. Look at that shiny RivCo ruler from before, man. Roland wants to get more rulers. Oh, so he has a clear shot. Oh, okay, it's the torpedo attack. Or not. Never mind. Hit.
2 evades.
Good to go. Looks like he's going primary here.
No, he's doing torpedo.
2 dice is primary.
Oh, primary.
Interesting. Oh, there's a guy in the back over there, so you didn't put the token in the right spot.
Oh.